You've heard of the term situationship. I've taken it and made it something different. The situationships that we find ourselves in have the power to cause us to shift our perspective, either for good or for bad. When we shift for good, we've taken accountability of what we've been through, how we've been hurt, unhealed trauma. That causes us to shift in consciousness. So situation shifts can be very beneficial, right? If you're learning. Most people do not enter a relationship to find out what's wrong with themselves. Most people are looking for relationships to bring ease and peace, but that is only half of the coin. You're a co-creator of this relationship experience you're currently in, and that's why a situation shift has a silver lining.
Don't be this guy. Raise your drive and libido. It's time to man up with X-Wolf. Boost your testosterone levels to help decrease your body fat percentage and increase lean muscle mass gains. Boost your stamina and blood flow for those tough workouts. And these workouts also. Go to xlabsups.com to find out more.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Writer's Pause Coffee, man. Y'all gotta get it. Y'all gotta get it. It's fresh roasted, only when ordered, not before. Whole or ground. Trust me, they have over 20 plus aromatic flavors. Caffeine or decaf. You've got to support this black-owned business that's run by a husband and wife team. Black-owned business, man. You don't get no more Starbucks. Don't get any more Coffee Bean. Go to writerspause.com or follow them on Instagram at writerspause. Please, please, please support this black-owned business. Yo, 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 welcome back. Zoe Williams is in the building. What's happening? It's Zolo Mansions. If this is your first time tuning in to Zolo Mansions, you already know what it is that I do. Typically, I have shows where there are a whole bunch of people here. It's a panel. I'm moderating and mediating the conversation. And oftentimes, my opinion gets lost in the sauce or maybe cut off or whatever. But it's all good. I do Zolo Mansions because I'm solo. I get to do this without being interrupted, and sometimes I still forget my point. It's all good. Welcome in. I see you guys coming into the chat room. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Share this video. Let's get it trending on YouTube. Let's change the algorithm. Everybody hit the like button. Like it, 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 like it. Okay. You saw the X-Wolf video. This is something I use. X-Wolf, man. Go support this black-owned business. This is the black version of eugenics. It is a testosterone booster. If you're over 30 years old, you know you need it. You know you need it. You know you limpy still skin right now. You know you need it. X Labs Sups. That's XLABSSUPPS.com. X Labs Sups. Go support, 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 support. Also, man, people be showing, here, let me do it for you right here. Here you go, love. Man, people be sending me their pictures on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at HRH, Mr. ZoWhat. Do you know what? People be sending me pictures of their bottle. They are getting their sea moss, and people are starting to testify. Yes, Lord, they coming up to the to the altar.
Hey, Lord.
In remembrance of Z.
Oh, Lord.
Z-Moss.
Hey.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Yes, during COVID, you already know sea moss, the effect of sea moss, bladderwrack, burdock root, of course, black pepper. Go support it right now. Z-Moss is cracking. Get your bottle now at cmossbusiness.com. That's cmossbusiness.com. Hey, if you want to start your own micro business selling sea moss and creating your own sea moss products, we do wholesale sea moss. 5 pound, 10 pound, 20 pound, 100 pound, however much you need. Go to cmossbusiness.com. Call the number right now, 1-800-298-8513. Also, total package energy. You want to know how I can do 37 shows a week?
How?
Total package energy. That energy shot, that classic energy shot. I take it in the morning. I don't stop doing what needs to be done until the end of the goddamn day.
Oh, Lord.
Until the end of the goddamn day. Until the end of the goddamn day.
To the end.
Now they got vitamin C shots, 8 times more absorption than tablets. This is a nanotechnology, man. You put it under your tongue, absorbs right into your bloodstream. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Vitamin C, protect yourself. You already know what's cracking in the world right now with the crack scene. But we're not talking about that. Total package energy. Get the vitamin C, get the B12 as well. I had some of that today too. Hey, they've got products, man. They also have the protein. Don't forget the dietary supplement, the protein, pea protein to be exact. This is clean eating. You wake up in the morning like I do. My son, guess what my son bought me for my birthday? My son bought me a Ninja. Lord have mercy. I throw a little ice, a little agave, a little oat milk, some granola, some oranges, apples, mixed berries, pineapples, mango, a little ice. And a little scoop of this here, boom, I'm off to the races. You under dig? You better get that total package energy pea protein. The HuriKane Report.
Oh, Lord, I think
You already know what it is, the HuriKane Report. Keep playing with them.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Keep playing, Sarah. I had a conversation with their leader.
Oh my God, tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This ain't gonna fly.
I'm trying.
To try is to fail.
Oh.
Do or do not. H-report.news. H-report.news. I need everybody to fly over there right now. Fly, 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 fly. Get over there right now. H-report.news. Again, this is the Black Al Jazeera. Do you understand? Stories that affect us. I get a lot of my stories from them. You should get your stories from them. This is an alternative news outlet. H-report.news. Write it, take action, maintain freedom. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm going fast.
Okay, that's what happened.
You'll find it, and when you find it, let me know because we're going to put it up.
Okay.
I want you to work this whole show. We're going to put it up.
All right, cool.
When I was a child, is that everything?
Is it?
Oh, that's me as a child. There go 3-year-old Zo. Now you know you're a badass baby. Look very closely. You know you're a badass baby when you already busted your head at 3. You see that scar on my forehead? I busted my head. It had already healed at 3. Look at that nappy ass sweater. But I was warm, though.
Come on.
You under dig? That's when I was in Chattanooga. That's when I was in Chat Town.
The chatter.
People tell me, they say, boy, you look like a badass baby. Maybe I was just sitting on a white man's lap and I was uncomfortable. Maybe I was ready for this whole little session to be over. Huh? Huh? I got something to let you all know right now. Can I tell y'all? We did it. We're at 503. We hit our mark of 500 on the pre-orders, the Shrouded Lighthouse.
Yes.
Now, in videos that I've posted on YouTube, I let you guys know the Shrouded Lighthouse and the editing process has been an arduous process, and it is taking longer than I projected. I projected the book to be to me, done, finished, already manufactured and shipped to me by the end of June. It'll probably be beginning of July, mid-July. And if that's the case, because I'm very sensitive about when I release something. I wanted to release it in June because June is Gemini. I know I don't want to release it. This is no offense to my Cancerian family, but I don't really want to release it during Cancer. So I might want to skip Cancer and go to Leo. But I ain't gonna have you guys waiting that long. First week, it'll be in Cancer. First week July, second week, July. That's what we're looking for now. We've been a little delayed because, like I said, this process is an arduous one. Everybody come in here and hit the like button. Do not ignore the like button. The like button is free. If you don't hit that like button, I should tell your mama on you. Now here we go again. Me and my lonesome ass friend. I'm sorry. There's this guy on the internet. I've been playing that shit for years. I think my kids found it or something. And I've been playing that shit. I should tell your mama on you. He like beatboxing and sing. It's amazing. That guy had so much talent. I don't know whatever happened to him. Anyway. You guys got to go get the Shrouded Lighthouse. Go get it right now. TheShroudedLighthouse.com. Hit the like button, share button. Let's get this thing trending. Here we go. Got a very powerful topic lined up for y'all today. And I don't want to be here all day. Sarah, do you work today?
No, I'm off.
Oh.
I'm supposed to have a date though, and they keep on calling me in to work. So
Hey. You can't have a date at work though.
I know.
All right, so look. Because what I want to do is after this broadcast has broadcasted, I want to delete this video from YouTube and put it up directly on Patreon. Because it's time that we make the full swing over there. Everybody should sign up to my Patreon page. Moderators, please remind them to sign up to the Patreon page. Let's get 25 to 30 signups today. It's really that simple. All of our content will be transferring over there shortly. You might as well sign up now because I'm putting stuff over there now. And one last thing I'm gonna promote. September, this September. I think it starts September 23rd or 24th. The Come to Mises Masterclass. Save your coins now. Save your coins now, because this is my offering to the universe. This is going to change people. In conjunction with the Shrouded Lighthouse book, this masterclass is going to change people. 4 days, special guest experts. We're going to have some psychotherapists in the building. We're going to have t-shirts to give away. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Of course, we're going to have a toolbox. I've already compiled a new book list of over 30 books that are in the Come to Mises Masterclass. Trust me, you do not want to miss the Come to Mises Masterclass. The people on Patreon will be getting the registration link first. So get ready for that. It's coming down the pike. All right, I'm done promoting. Let's just jump right into it. Dark sex energy. Put that baby picture back up. Now, y'all remember the last story I talked about when I talked about all of the trauma that I have experienced personally. You know, foster care, mother having a breakdown, a nervous breakdown at 27, all 6 of her kids taken. Me and my brother, who is actually in this picture with me, we were taken, but we were the last to return. If you get the Relationship Dismount book, it explains this whole story. I had older brothers who were too old to go to foster care, so they went to juvenile hall. And the tragic part about this is they're in juvenile hall, basically in jail, and they could see my sister at a foster home across the street playing in the yard. I've had my trauma too. Taken before you really know who your mama is. One of the stories that we had was when we were sent back to live with our mother in the projects of Alton Park in Chattanooga, Tennessee, AP, what up? Oh, the AP is gone. All right. When we were sent back to live in the projects, we would stand at the bottom of the stairs and just scream, "Hey, lady, we hungry. Hey, lady, we hungry," over and over and over again. So I'm sure that had to be hurtful for her as our mother, still dealing with the effects of, having a nervous breakdown. And it took her 5 years to get us back. So I'm sure that hurt her. So I've been through a whole shitload of shit. When I was this little kid living in the projects, I told you guys about my sister's friend Trish Ann, who tried to rob me by trying to bait me with quarters. The projects was a wild place, man. It was a wild place. And as I look back at this little guy, even then, that little guy was still innocent. He was not in remembrance of why he chose to come here as a spirit being. Because I firmly believe, when I talk to all these damn shamans and all these different spiritual gurus, they all say ancient soul. But at this stage of my life, I didn't remember that I was an ancient soul. I didn't understand why I was back here. So I grew up, and over the period of time that I've come to where I am today, I've been through a lot of shit, and I've worked through a lot of shit. To have this understanding, to have this insight, to have this clarity. But I didn't get it for free. I had to go through hell and high water to get the understanding that I have today. I had to face demons. I had to face darkness. And to be honest with you, I didn't get the clarification, or it didn't start coming to me until I was 17. No, I was 18, excuse me. I was 18. And violence again erupted out of me. With a girl that was like 2 or 3 years older than me that I was dating at the time. Violence. I didn't know where it came from, but it erupted out of me. So, from that event, I converted to Islam. Because again, as I've said to you guys in the past, when I have an anger outbreak, it doesn't feel good, right? It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel right. So that shit hurt me so damn bad that was in me, right? I knew I had anger issues, but I didn't know it would come out in that context, in that way. So I became a Muslim. I started to study rapaciously, right? I was, oh my God, I consumed information. And I jumped in with both feet, right? I'm telling you all of this because it's important for you to understand your story too, right? And the crazy thing about this particular situation was 2 years after me and the girl broke up, right? Oh, she got me though. She got me. She got me. After we had a physical altercation, Maybe 6 months later, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We about to get into dark sex energy. Is your sex life purposeless? Okay. About 6 months after we got into a physical altercation, you know, I still live with my mom and everything. And I had made my transition into Islam. And somebody drove up into our driveway. So I popped up and went out into the driveway, and then they pulled off and went up the street. So then when I walked out to the street, they pulled over. And there was somebody in the street walking. There was a girl in the street walking, and the car pulled over. So I walked up trying to, you know, see who's in the car, and the car kept pulling off. Then it got to the corner. Then it crossed the street and went on the other side of my street. And then I kept going. I kept following them to the point where I looked to my left, and then I looked to my right, and I see niggas hop out the car with bats. They was finna beat the entire Frenchie's mustard the fuck up out me. They was about to put them bats on me, man. So the first nigga said, hey man, my name is Chin Piece. I ran across the street. I clocked him, ran across the street, almost got hit by a car, went back to the crib. Got on the phone, called my homeboy Waddy Dog. Rest in peace, Waddy Dog. Rest in peace, Waddy Dog. Waddy Dog was a dark soul too. We went to James's crib. Waddy was like, what you want to do, nigga? I said, let's go to their house, my nigga. So, needless to say, I was way the fuck out of control, right? You know, needless to say. So after that event, a year and a half, almost 2 years passed, and now I'm really into Islam. I'm really 100%. I think at the time my name was Damir. I had chosen a name. My name is Damir. People were seeing me at Pasadena City College, draped in all white, you know. And I was serious. I had opened a bookstore in Altadena. I was teaching, you know, Islam and comparative religious studies. I was 100% in it at that time. A year and a half later, I'm getting ready to go teach a class at my bookstore. I'm still at the crib. My mother's house was set up that it had a back door. You can go out the back door. So my bedroom was right where the back door is. So I, you know, unlock the door, walk out, and I look down, and there is a letter on the step of the back door. I pick up the letter. It's a letter from my ex. And she was basically telling me, you ain't shit, nigga. And I get married tomorrow. You ain't shit. You ruined my life, but somebody came and saved my life from your horrible ass. I mean, and it was like 2-3 pages long. This is when you wrote a letter, nigga. This bitch was in, this shit was in cursive, my nigga. It was, fuck you, you know, fuck you, nigga, and fuck you, cause fuck you, my nigga. And guess what else, nigga? Fuck you. You get what I'm saying? And that shit hurt like a motherfucker. That shit was a hurtful event for me. But I sucked it up, went on to my bookstore, taught my class, right? See, you got to do the same thing. What I'm doing, sharing, revealing, opening, you got to do the same thing. Because who you are today is an accumulation, right, of everything you've been through. And if you haven't reconciled what made you you, i.e. what you've been through, you're going to carry all of this shit into every relationship. So I thought Islam wiped away what I modeled in the projects. It didn't. It just masked it. It just covered it. Right? So I move on to the next girl. Right? Oh, she was beautiful. The motherfucker looked like Halle Berry. Ooh, Lord, she looked like Halle Berry, man. She had that little short, what's that haircut?
Pixie cut.
That little pixie cut.
Pixie.
Oh, child.
Oh, yeah.
That girl, oh, she was beautiful. Had full lips. Little high yellow red bone. Mm. Beautiful girl.
A house nigga.
Oh man, and you know what? We was cool for a minute. Like we was cool for a minute. But I was Muslim and I was serious about it. And the rift came because her people Christian. Right? Her folk Christian. Mm-hmm. Oh, she liked me a lot. Oh, she really liked me. I think we went to high school together too. And we linked back up at Pasadena City College. Oh, she liked me a lot. Oh, I liked her too. Oh, Lord. She was a virgin when I met her. Am I giving up too much information?
Untouched.
She was untouched.
Oh, yeah.
Lord have mercy. She was
intact.
The girl was fresher than a box of Hostess donuts, my nigga. Them powdered donuts, the cinnamon powder.
Fresh off the truck?
That cinnamon powder donut.
Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes.
Reminisce.
So anyway, beautiful girl, loved her a lot, but I still had demons that I had to deal with that hadn't been reconciled. Now, what was crazy was the nigga you know today in terms of teaching, retention of information, I was sharp than a motherfucker. And oftentimes when I date a woman, they be wanting me to talk to their parents. They want me to show like this who I'm with, and this is why.
I got a smart one, Mama.
Right, but when it came to that religion shit, back then I was in my 20s and I had very low tolerance for anything outside of Islam. You talking Christian shit?
Huh?
I cut that Bible up. At any moment I had 500-600 verses memorized in the Bible. The Quran, the Torah, I had it locked.
It is written.
Boy, and yes, that's your mama and your daddy, but you don't know what you're talking about. And do you understand what I'm saying? These grown folk talking to me, and I'm telling you don't know what you're talking about. So I may have, I'm sure I did. I rubbed them the wrong way.
You call me a lie boy?
Right? So I knew it was going to be a problem then, because mom was telling her, you're unequally yoked, he's a Muslim, this, that, and the third. Long story short,
we believe in it.
She took me to the church, and I would go to church with her, and she took me to Bible study and whatnot. I'd tear their ass in Bible study. Destroy them motherfuckers in Bible story. I didn't give a damn. They say, you got the spirit of prophecy on you, boy, but you just in the wrong belief. Ooh. You got the gift. You just in the wrong.
Well, the Bible says that the gift and callings of God are without repentance.
So they was, I'd go to church with her a few times, and then the church started to pressure her. There's young brothers here that are in the church that you probably should be with, right? Okay. And I was wild, anyway, right? Because I had my mask on. Islam was my mask. I thought Islam healed me of my dark light, of my shadow light, of my wounds, right? And it didn't. It just made me more intelligent. It made me more articulate. It broadened my perspective, but it didn't heal me from everything that I had gone through. Needless to say, she came to my crib one day and she broke up with me. And she talked about her family and the church and all this and that. 2 weeks later, I'm still living with my mother. I still got that little back door.
Oh, yeah.
I get that little, on that back door. I open that back door and there go that pixie cut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we
a
back.
basketball at the window?
We back, yeah. I think I'm leaving out the pieces where I cussed out her dad and, was in the middle of the street asking for her dad to come out and catch this fade. I think I left that piece out. But anyway, we broke up. She came back a couple weeks later. But when she came back, she created a pattern. She started double dipping.
Wait.
She got with a junior minister at the church just so she could redeem her image and make her family comfortable, knowing that now she's dating a Christian man.
Upright man.
But after she see him, she would hit that back door.
Hey.
Hold up, book a shot. My mama be in another room sleep. She come in, put that thing where that thing go.
Oh my God.
And at this time, I didn't understand the value and the depth of Islam, and I didn't have the discipline to control my dick. I knew I was doing wrong, but I could not turn that pussy down. She was Scorpio too, that pussy was so good. Anyway, I digress. We do that for a little while. We do that for a nice little while.
While she with the other dude?
While she with the other dude. Then one day, I'm at work now. Now I got a job. I'm the nigga now. I'm at Loud Records. I'm an A&R guy. I get a phone call. She says, hey man, I'm pregnant. Now this is after coming to visit me, not at my mama's house. Because I think we went a few months without talking, and then she came back again, and I was up at the studio in Pasadena. And nobody was at the studio that night but me. She came to the studio, which was literally right around the corner from her crib. And we had wonderful, lovely relations.
After you found out she was pregnant?
No.
Oh, okay.
After that is when she told me she was pregnant. Called me at the job. I'm pregnant. I said, oh, shit. She was like, hey, man, she was hysterical. She was like, you're going to have to get, you're going to have to get a place and damn, and she was really concerned about how the church and her mom and everybody would think of her, and I was like, cool, all right, fuck it. I guess we got to do what we got to do. And we go on 3, 4, 5 months into this process, and I kept asking her, I was like, look, you want me to take you to the doctor? You want me to go to the doctor with you? She was like, no. The other nigga is gonna do that.
Oh.
Because she hadn't told the other nigga
That it ain't his baby. Oh.
Now, mind you, when we broke up, maybe a year and a half, 2 years before, initially, she had her own phone in her room at her people's house. She changed that number, but when we hooked back up, she gave me the new number. I called one day, and the other nigga, the junior pastor, answers.
Oh, Lord.
Now, he knew me.
Salutations.
He knew me. So when he answered the phone and it was me, he was like, who is this? And I told him who it was. Zo. And he said, Zo? Zo who? I said, probably the only Zo you know, nigga. Probably the only one you know. Back then, I was up for all of the smoke. Give it up, my nigga. Give it to me. I was up for the smoke. Win, lose, or draw, I was down for smoke. So he get off the phone and yell her name. Whoa, whoa! How did he get this number? She jumped on the phone and said, how did you get this number?
Oh, Lord.
What are you doing calling me? And what I said was, are you sure you want to go down this path?
Is this what we doing?
Is this what we doing? And she hung up. Now, she has the baby. She has the baby. And names the baby something we had discussed, that the baby should be named. She gave it the English. She gave the baby the English version. I had a Hebrew version at the time. I ain't gonna say the name. But I guess the weight of this shit was on her real bad. I had the bookstore still. She would call and hang up. She confessed this to me later. She would call and hang up. Then one day she went into my homeboy's store, who used to love her too and wanted to date her too, but they were still friends. She went to his store and he said it looked like the weight of Jupiter was on her shoulders. What have you been through? Confession is cathartic for the soul. Please understand. When I started writing books, the people that I was working with said, hey man, the editors, hey man, you got to reveal yourself. You got to tell the truth. You got to tell the truth about you. And I'm kind of partially telling the whole story here just to protect the innocent, in terms of I'm not trying to put nobody out there. I'm trying to say it from my perspective without giving up too much that will reveal who they are. Weight of the world was on her shoulders. Jupiter. He called me and said, yo, man, Wooty Woot wants to talk to you. I said, well, I be at the shop all the time. She can call up here. He said, well, she told me she does. She just can't bring herself to answer when you pick up the phone. So my homeboy arranged a meeting between me and the girl. We go and meet her in front of her people's crib. At this time, she not even dating the junior minister no more. That shit done fell off the cliff.
That she fornicated with.
Right. Because they was fucking too.
Mm-hmm.
She's dating some other nigga. She gives me a picture. Now, why would you give me a picture of a child that ain't mine?
Ooh.
She knew I wanted to see the kid. She gave me the picture. I saw the picture. I had the picture for many years. It was in my bookstore until I moved out of the bookstore. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit that like button. You better share. This is information. I'm trying to heal y'all through what I've been through because I had to heal to get to this point today. Hit the like button if you care about this information. See, most relationship specialists or enthusiasts or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves will not bare themselves. They will not expose themselves. They got to look perfect to you because American society says if you want to sell something, you got to look perfect. You got to look better than who you selling it to. Because they want to be what you are. We're going to get to this. Dark sex energy. Is your sex life purposeless? That's today's topic. We're going to get to it. Anyway, she gave me the picture. I saw the picture. I was like, you ain't take them deep ass breaths.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord.
Man. I had to ask, is this baby mine? No, 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 no. No, it's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. No, no, no. You sure? No, no, no. Okay. My mama was born in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Help us, help us.
Oh, take me back to Florida now.
Hey, Lord.
Huh? Born in Orlando, Florida, then moved and was raised in Chattanooga, Tennessee now. Chattanooga, Tennessee. My great-grandmother, Emma Sue McWhirter, is from Griffin, Georgia.
Yes, Lord.
Lord, 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 Lord.
Evangelist for the Lord.
You see that victory roll?
Hey, victory.
You see that ruffled collar? That's a Southern sophisticant. I took that picture home to my mother. Mm-hmm. My mother saw that picture and said, this one of ours. Mm-hmm. At the time, my son was in the womb. My firstborn child, my firstborn boy was in the womb. He was in the womb. He was cooking. Mm-hmm. I took the picture and showed it to his mother. She said, this is your baby. Wow. 2 years later, my son Nu was born. See, you can't testify unless you've been through something.
Come on.
And see, when you go through something, going through it is not enough. Getting through it is different than going through it. See, going through it means you can go through the motion and just, kind of ignore your way until you see light at the end of the tunnel and get out. But going through it and getting through it is two different things. See, getting is working, acquiring, learning, processing. See, I'm getting through what I've been through. That's how you heal. That's how you become a different person so you can have a different person in your relationships. See, going through is, I can't wait till this shit is over so I can start again. Well, you don't start with a new inside, you start with a new outside.
Oh, yes.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
You teaching today.
So, I'm going to fast forward a few more years into my early 40s. I'm not going to talk about the relationship that made me write the relationship Dismount, because I've talked about that. I'm going to talk about another relationship I got into shortly after that one was over. A few years ago, this girl tells me, listen. A few years ago, this girl tells me, first off, you know, we've been on and off fucking around. Let me give you context. On and off fucking around. On and off fucking around. Together, not together. On and off fucking around. I knew the girl's story. But this is the Gemini in me. This is the SU in me that's problematic for me. I'll go through bullshit just to learn something.
Oh, wow.
Kool Mo D told me that. He said, nigga, you put yourself in fucked up situations because you be wanting to see how it unfolds so you can add to your body of knowledge. Now, I teach motherfuckers to go into relationship to discover self. But he was like, no, that's a little different. You go through the Andy Dufresne 500 feet of shit. You do that on purpose. You'll jump out of that shithole and then get into another shithole because you be looking for jewels. Sad to say is, I'm guilty of that. He was right. So I'm fucking with this girl. Once I understand her story, because I done been through enough hell already, I should have been like, nah, mine. But my ego, physical self was, this bitch finding a mud.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. She had a pixie cut.
And listen, I don't mean bitch in a derogative way. I'm just speaking in modern day colloquialism. I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm not calling women bitches. I'm sorry if it came across that way. That's not what I mean. I'm just speaking like I'm on the street. Is that okay? Do you guys want me to change the way I speak? Because I don't want to offend you, because when you offend people, they tend to ignore the jewel. Say, bitch, I got the cure to cancer. They only heard bitch. They will live with that cancer. They ain't gonna hear nothing else. So I don't mean it to disparage women. That's not what I'm trying to say or do. But she was fine than a motherfucker. I ain't never been without fine. Anyway. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Y'all better, hey, this show getting taken down soon as it's over. So you might as well join my Patreon. Anyway. So she tells me that her mother was her madam.
Oh, Lord.
Her mother pimped her out. If this is good content, y'all better hit the super chat. Show your love, show your appreciation. Please hit the super chat. Please hit Sarah's Cashapp. She said her mother was her madam.
Ooh.
And started making her go on dates with older men when she was preteen, teenage. And at first it was innocent enough, and then it got to the point where sex got involved. So already in my 40s, I know I'm dealing with dark light energy. I know it. I know I'm dealing with dark light energy. So this is how a nigga like me might confuse you. I'm there, and I can be totally honest, I'm there for selfish reasons. This pussy is amazing.
Speak truth.
And here I am trying to justify not walking away from this damaged girl. You know? She in her mid-30s now.
Spirit broken, but pussy intact.
That pussy was intact. Wasn't nothing wrong with that change purse. Anyway, I'm in my late 30s going into my 40s when we start messing around. Anyway, she tells me something that happened to her after a sexual experience between her and I. No, this is a different girl now. This different girl right here now. Okay.
This ain't the pixie cut.
This ain't the pixie cut. Lord, 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 Lord. This ain't pixie.
Whistling Dixie.
Hold on 1 second. Gotta tell my son I'm on the air. Anyway. So she said she had a spiritual experience from one of our sexual encounters. She said, I was sucking your dick. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell the truth. I was giving you fellatio.
Oh, providing customer service.
Right. I was giving you fellatio. And she said, you came in my mouth and I swallowed it. She said, but what also came was this dark energy. Mm. And she had some type of mental breakdown after that. She had to leave. Her people came and got her all the way from across country. They came and got her. She was seeing shit at night. Right? She, lights was fucking with her. She was light sensitive, all types of shit.
Spirit dick.
No, that's spirit dick. You heard me talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
She thought I was a devil worshiper.
Oh, wow.
She thought it was some satanic motherfucking... Listen now, listen. She thought I was on the Lucifer side of the game. She thought I brought the dark light into her. Now watch this. Now listen to this, because this is what she told me. She said she went home. Now mind you, I told you her mama was her madam. Mm. My son is telling me my grandbaby is asking for me. Oh, Lord. Okay. Anyway. Mama was her madam. Mama used and abused her. And here's the cold part. Mama and daddy still together. How could daddy allow such a thing? How can daddy still be daddy, knowing that mama did that? Wow. That's a whole nother thing. She said when she got back, she went at her mother hard about all the shit she had endured. She said the thing that scared her the most was, she said when she was talking to her mother, in her spirit, she couldn't hear her voice. It was like I was talking to her mother. My voice was coming out of her mouth. Now, this is something I have been working on. This is why I say I got that SU spirit. You might get confused fucking with me. Because here I am being selfish to a degree, saying this is a chill person, a wonderful person, the pussy good. I'm just kicking it.
Ooh. Wow.
And on top of that, I'm finna give you game. I'm giving her this information that I'm giving y'all. She stopped talking to me for months because she was scared of me.
That's some head game right there.
And when she reached back to me, and told me this story, I said, that wasn't darkness that came from me. That darkness came from you. That was something you had to do. You had to confront your mother. Oftentimes, we will have a tragic, toxic relationship with our mothers and our fathers and uncles and whoever else, and that will form the basis that creates the ingredients for our expectations. So now the expectations that we have from others were made from dysfunction, toxicity, dark sex energy. Is your sex life purposeless? The reason why I'm asking these questions tonight is because many times we think we're fucking frivolously, but sex is a creative thing. Sex is a powerful thing that manifests. You want to break up with somebody? Fuck them with intention for them to go away. This is what they call sex magic. Fuck them.
You can fuck them away?
You can fuck them away.
Oh my goodness.
With the intention, get the fuck out of my life. I can't stand you.
After this nut, no. Damn.
But why should you have to do that?
Wow.
But that's a way to do it. And I'm not saying that that's the best way to do it. But you want to confuse a woman. A woman is mother, material, matter. She will manifest your confusion. If you're not sure about her and you putting that in her, I don't know about this girl, but damn, that pussy good. That sexual interaction gonna get old to her. Because that is the intent in your mind. Now, men, you know this. When we was young, to keep that erection going, oftentimes, especially when they got that good, that goody good, you think about other things. And if you don't have any control over your mind in terms of, you don't meditate, you don't do anything like that, your mind tends to wander. You get to thinking about other things. You got to understand, sex is a creative process, and this creative process doesn't go away. You can use sex to manifest purpose if that is the intent held in your mind. Now, the Muslims have a word called dhikr. Dhikr means to remember. And typically Muslims have something called dhikr beads, right? The dhikr beads have 99 plus 1 beads, which represents the 99 plus 1 names of Allah. El-Rahmanu, El-Rahimu, El-Mu'minu, all that. Dhikr, keep your mind focused on God. That's why you get your dhikr beads out. The Catholics have the rosary beads. You see on the pulpit at the altar, it says, in remembrance of me. The Hindus have a word called japam. J-A-P-A-M, japam. It means to recite over and over again. Om, om. This remembrance, right? You go into sex with a singularly focused mindset, you can give birth to more than just babies. You can give birth to purpose.
This is crazy. Oh my God.
But what many of us are engaged in is what we call shadow sex. The unhealed shadow in us is in an intimate relationship with the unhealed shadow of the person you're dealing with. And oftentimes, for many of us, that's where the majority of the attraction is.
That explains the parolee nigga. Yeah. That's good. Good dick in jail, I guess. I don't know.
That explains the parolee. This is why oftentimes many women date the bad guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because your inner work is screaming out to you, resolve me, reconcile me, heal me. Are you addicted to the draining energy and presence of energy vampires? Many people are. The toxic relationship has a payoff. It gives a certain kind of high through codependency. What demon is your sex life birthing via your unhealed and ignored shadow trauma? Huh? Huh? If you're attracted and addicted, right? Listen. To unhealed trauma, you will manifest that in your relationships. And you will maintain the unhealed trauma. You will maintain the pattern because that's what you're addicted to. If the payoff is drama, if the payoff is hurt, so many people want to be hurt because they feel like if you hurt them, you love them. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all listening. I don't know. Do you find yourself unable to stop seeing a specific person even though you know that seeing this person is destructive for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See, understand, society is corrupt. But the winners of society, most people are attracted to the winners of this society. Damn that they're coming from a corrupt society, but they're winners here. And if they're winners here, they might be winners in my life.
Come on.
Do you see?
Mm-hmm. Damn.
See, this is deeper than just the societal template. See, the social template will give you everything you want. You can get everything you want hurt in this society. You could be broken, you could be unhealed or whatever, and you can make millions of dollars. But the real triumph, the real success is you overcoming you. You see Bill Gates, you see Bezos, richest people in the world breaking up. Sexual impropriety on Bill Gates' part, right? Breaking up. Just because you got it don't mean that y'all can keep it together. Fucking Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, she said, oh, I feel like a loser. You know why? Because the work ain't been done. Mm-hmm. See, we know that the Kardashians have to be affected by the toxicity and the fucking dysfunction of this society because they play the game so well. I'm gonna go from being Brandy's stylist and hairstylist or whatever. I'm gonna steal money from them. I'm gonna go from that to a porn star with Brandy's brother that catapults me into, come on. See, the sick society produces, listen to me, sick champions. And those sick champions become what we covet. Become the ideal relationship partner.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all, I don't know if y'all listening.
Someone says, can trauma be someone's type?
Trauma is most people's type.
That part.
Because most people are afraid to see themselves. Most people do not want to look themselves in the spirit. Looking yourself in the spirit is the same as looking at yourself in the mirror. Have you ever heard of mirror work? Go look it up. Carl Jung said, he who looks inside dreams. Excuse me. He who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside awakens. See, we want to look outside. As long as we look outside, we can blame. When you look inside, you become a claimer over a blamer. How can an unhealed person's sex life hinder the fulfillment of their purpose? Simple. Distraction.
Yeah.
Distraction. And oftentimes, you see somebody who's been abused, they become either asexual or hypersexual. And there's another one. Sometimes they're just regular. But oftentimes you see hypersexuality or asexuality.
What, asexual? You just masturbating?
You're not sexual.
Oh.
You're just not sexual. True or false? Chat room, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the super chat button. Show your support. If you haven't gotten the Shrouded Lighthouse, please get the Shrouded Lighthouse right now. TheShroudedLighthouse.com. Go support it, support it, support it. TheShroudedLighthouse.com. Go support it right now. This book is going to be revolutionary. It's going to change the game. I need you guys to support it. We should have 1,000 pre-orders right now, but I'm very pleased that we got 503. Go support it right now, because this information is in this book. This is heavy shit, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know how this kind of stuff makes you feel. Do you know someone, or are you hypersexually attracted to people who are, from your perspective, where you'd like to be? Huh? Somebody that is somewhere where you think you'd like to be. Somewhere in life, I want to be where they are. I want to do what they do. And that, I've heard women say it in a different way. Your grind is sexy.
Yeah.
Your ambition is sexy. Mm-hmm. Well, that's because you live in a toxic society. You don't understand that ambition will kill you. Ambition is a gateway to anxiety. I don't know if y'all listening. I don't know. Do you get high from sex and or romance? And then conversely, do you crash after you got it?
Oh.
See, it's a lot of people out here having sex for stimulation. It's a lot of people out here having sex for escapism. We gonna do, see, this is the spiritual side. There's a whole other side that talks about the physical aspects of it. You know, put up that little picture of the cooter. What's that picture? That right there. See, this is the other side.
Oh, why do I smell like that?
This is the physical side right here. This another show. This a physical side. Right?
Oh, my.
This the physical side. I'm talking about the spiritual side. We're going to do another show that deals with the physical side.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
If she's got demons on the inside, and if he has demons on the inside, and they are perceptible to you, you could be a fucking evil Knievel of relationships like me and say, well, fuck it. Let me see what I can learn. Or you could do what your motherfucking grandmama said do. You remember grandmama, what was her name? Maya Angelou?
Well, okay.
Huh? When people show you who they are,
You better believe.
you better believe them. Oftentimes, we ignore what we see. And we forget that what we see is a two-way mirror. Grandmama Angelou had it right from a one-sided mirror, the reflection of you. But what you fail to realize is spiritually, relationships are set up as a dual-sided mirror. You're going to see your reflections and theirs. This is why I changed her statement to, when somebody shows you who you are, believe them. Have you ever been with somebody who's been through sexual trauma and they want to be with you, and you guys get to that moment and you guys are together, and then all of a sudden there's an emotional breakdown because it transported, the act that you guys were in transported them back to some unhealed shit?
Yeah, I had a nigga cry on me before. Yeah.
What?
I had a dude cry on me before.
Talk to me.
Yeah, it was right when he was climaxing. He like grabbed me really tight and he just sobbed like a baby. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. While he came, he cried. Yeah. I thought I was good, but I didn't think I was that good. Turns out I wasn't. It was his own trauma. But I'm good still. I'm just saying. I knew that whatever he was going through really didn't have that much to do with me. I think I need a spiritual bath after that.
Most people don't even know what a spiritual bath is.
You told me about it, but I haven't had one yet, but yeah.
True or false? True or false? Some people require emotional attraction to experience physical attraction, and vice versa. Some people need the physical attraction first before they get the emotional attraction. Some people need the emotional attraction before they get the physical attraction. Both physical and emotional are two lower levels of vibration. Fire, water, earth, air. Yes, this is not the remake of The Last Airbender, but these white folk done stole our ancient science for years. And water, I'm just telling you, water and earth are the two lower vibrations. Air and fire are the two higher vibrations. Fire, spirit. Air, intellect. Water, unconsciousness and emotions, subconscious. Earth, linear, predictable, logical, solidified. Air and fire are compatible. Water and earth are compatible. This is in astrology. Air and water, or air and earth, are elemental opposites. The earth is solid, air is not. Air is fluid. Fire is spirit, Water is emotion. People who need an emotional connection before they can get physical have to be reassured that everything is safe. And where there is a desire for safety, there is fear. I don't know if y'all hear me. Can y'all hear me? Show me a fist. Because sometimes I just be talking and I don't know if they really locked in. Listen, I didn't just read books. I've been through hell and high water to get to this point.
I have a question.
Ask away.
But you said like earth signs and water signs, like they're compatible. But I always thought they make mud though. Like, you know,
knock it off.
Like with Pisces, Pisces, I'm cool.
But Pisces is your natural opposite.
Well, I thought they were water. That's not water?
It is water. Pisces is Virgo's natural opposite. So there's going to be challenge in your natural opposite.
Oh.
Just like you see Quincy Jones coming out talking shit about Michael Jackson after he died. Quincy is Pisces. Michael was Virgo.
Yeah.
Or you see Shaq and Kobe having contention. Kobe is Virgo. Shaq is Pisces. Right? There's going to be natural contention with your natural opposite.
Okay.
You guys want the same thing. You just go about it differently.
Okay.
Virgo, I'm going to work my motherfucking ass off from sun up to sundown. I'm going to be damn near dead with 9 toes in the motherfucking coffin. Then I'm going to wake the fuck back up at 4:30. I'm going to resurrect from the dead. And then I'm going to go work my ass off again. Pisces is, nigga, I'll meet you there after lunch. I'm going to sleep. Until lunchtime, I'm going to eat, then I'm going to meet you at the gym. They approach things differently. But it doesn't mean that Pisces isn't incredible. Because when Pisces locks in on what it is that they want to do, because typically when you know a Pisces, these motherfuckers are masters of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. Now, they may not have no motherfucking knowledge on whatever the fuck they talking about they could do, but the moment they lock in on what they said they could do, them motherfuckers can become goddamn masters of what they said. Now, they just said they could do it before they actually learned the shit. Some Pisces shit.
Some Pisces shit.
Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
Again, your dark shadow is in relationship with the dark shadow of your partner. Your triggers are in a relationship with your partner's triggers. That's why you guys are able to trigger each other. You say, well, why do you do that shit? So you can grow up spiritually. This is about spiritual maturity. This is why so many people are after loyalty, trust, security. They after all of these things because they think they can defend and protect themselves from the world if they got all that they need. That's an external movement. The real questions are answered from the inside. This is why in the Shrouded Lighthouse, we talk about how all your relationship partners are just questions to answers that you have buried in your spirit. These motherfuckers are in your life to ask you a question. And your job is to answer the goddamn question. Your job is not to defend the answer from being questioned. And who the fuck is you to be questioning, nigga? Who is you to be asking me shit about me?
Okay.
Don't you got shit to work on, my nigga? Why you coming to me with this?
Yep.
Here you are defending the answer when the answer wants to be expressed. But you don't want to express it. You want to silence your answer so you can feel safe.
I've been called combative. Yeah.
Somebody said, what is the opposite of Gemini? Sagittarius. Higher vibration. Do we have the consciousness grid?
Let me find it. I'll find it.
Hey, Dale Morrow and Miles Matthews, you guys have super chatted. And I just want to say thank you. Q Mason, you guys have you super chatted. DJ Cadillac, thank you. You super chatted. Xylon Farrell, thank you. You super chatted. Listen, if the content means anything, show your love.
Yes.
Opposite of Aquarius, Leo. So look, when you get to intellect, which would be locked into the astrology side of air. When you get to intellect, he has it up here pull it back up. Yeah.
Sorry.
He has it up here as reason. That calibrates at 400 on Dr. David R. Hawkins' Power versus Force consciousness grid. Leo's opposite is Aquarius. Aquarius' opposite is Leo. I know versus I will. 400 consciousness is high as fuck. Those are the super geniuses of the world. Einstein, Leonard Susskind, Stephen Hawking, Dr. Henrik Clark. Those are your super geniuses. Benjamin Banneker. Right? Reason. On the lower level of consciousness, pride, anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame. All of those are emotion. Okay. Do you see? That lower half, under 200, takes you into emotion. Your emotion strokes your pride. Your emotion and ego strokes your anger. Your emotion strokes your desire. Your emotion strokes your fear. Your grief, your apathy, your guilt, your shame. How many parents are gaslighting through emotion to manipulate children to do what they say? How many parents are encouraging children from the higher level, which would be fire and air? Enlightenment is fire. Peace is fire. Joy is fire. Love is fire. Now we're in air. Reason, acceptance, willingness, neutrality, courage. These are air qualities. Beneath courage, pride. Back into emotion. Do you see? Elemental opposites. Fire, water. Fire is spirit, water is emotion. I need to be totally certain and sure that you're the one so I can open up. Then you not open. How many people you know need to hear you say you love them before they can say, yeah, I love you too? Being reassured and unconditional love are incompatible. They don't go together. When you reach a state, look where love is at 500. That's high as fuck. So when you go beneath courage, you know what happens? Conditions. That's why your forgiveness is conditional. That's why your trust is conditional. That's why your loyalty is conditional. That's what the emotional connection says, I need you to meet my conditions in order for me to feel free enough to be vulnerable. This is why vulnerability is so difficult. Unconditional love is an extremely high level of consciousness. It is not a verb. That's down in the fucking low 100s. That's fear-based love. You need to be doing shit in order for me to open up, in order for me to be vulnerable. I need reassurances. No, you needed reassurance from your mama and your daddy. Now it becomes a relationship expectation. You got to do this in order for me to, are y'all listening? I don't know. This is what sleeping with the enemy is. What demons is your sex life birthing via your unhealed and ignored shadow trauma? You think you can go to sleep with your partner comfortably because he agreed to your expectations? And your expectations was born out of the low end of the consciousness grid. Put the consciousness grid back up, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me find it again. There we go.
Pride, anger, right? That's earth. Pride and anger. I stand for something. You can't stand for something unless you can stand on something. Thank you, Michael Johnson. Beneath anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame, emotion.
Question, is there a way, once you achieve a certain level, is it hard to drop because of what you've learned?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The book that this is coming from, this book is called Power versus Force: The Hidden Determinants of Human Behavior by Dr. David R. Hawkins, MD, PhD. Now, in this book, he uses the science of kinesiology to prove the truth or falsehood of anything. Now, this is a white man. So I can only take what white people say about spirituality so far. Because if you're talking about spirituality and you don't address the spiritual wounds that your people created, it's hard for me. Like, if you had a spiritual space, you should be able to talk about the dust and the dirt and the filth and the darkness and the shadow your people have cast over the world. If you write a book that ain't got shit to do with that, like his book ain't even talking about that. So I question certain things. But based on his science, your body gets strong in the presence of truth. Your body gets weak in the presence of lies. And he can prove it based on the words he says to you. These words have been specifically chosen because he does the kinesiology test to see the body goes weak when guilt, shame, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, and pride are involved. The body gets weak. He calculated that the world is vibrating at fear. We're living in the clandemic. We're living in the age of the crack scene. And everybody's scared. You can't tell me everybody ain't scared today.
But they keeping it 100.
They keeping it, they keeping it 100. They vibrating at 100. Fear is 100. Nigga, keep it 100. I should tell your mama on you. They keeping it 100. fear. That's where 99.9999999% of the planet Earth is at. I've read damn near all of this man's books. He has a whole series that follows the Power versus Force book. Has a whole series. And in one of his books, he said, there are 12 people on the planet Earth right now that are vibrating at 700 or higher. He says people who have reached 700, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, these are people who have reached 1,000. These are people at that level. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, and others like that, known and unknown. He said that level of vibration, enlightenment, samadhi, nirvana, that level of enlightenment is so powerful that you almost can't stay inside of your body. I want you guys to do some research, look up something called the rainbow body. The Tibetan monks have been practicing this practice. It'll blow your whole face off. We got motherfuckers talking about what's a good man and what's a good woman and all. It's all that shit is predicated on society. Does he have money? Can he pay the cable bill? Does he drive an Audi? Does he wear nice suits? That's 99.999% of these motherfuckers is on that. Mm-hmm. Is he someone of note? Is he famous? Is he hood rich? Is he IG famous? Like all this bullshit, these are the things that most people are following. They're not on it. Look up the rainbow body. The Tibetan monks have been doing it. Pull it up, Sarah.
Rainbow body coming up.
Rainbow body. Motherfucking Tibetan monks go into meditation and their bodies disappear into what is called a light body. Oh, Zo be on some weird shit. Okay, cool. The rest of us is fucking preachers and Muslims and not talking about kids. Right? The rest of us are so in love with the people that hurt us. Me and my homeboy talked about it the other day. I was just with him yesterday, as a matter of fact. Me and the homeboy, there he is, the rainbow body. The rainbow body is on the right side of the screen. The body on the left side of the screen is believed to be a Tibetan monk whose body has yet to totally decay. He has been in that body for thousands of years. And they're saying he's still in there meditating. Quantum physics says this is possible. How come it's not possible for your ass? Because you're not serious about spiritual work. You're not serious about internal healing. What you want a nigga to do is make your unhealed wounds his pet. I'm not here to babysit your wounds. I'm not here to make you feel good about not doing the work. Do you understand? If you dealing with somebody who really love you, they gonna lean on you and walk with you. I can't do the work for you, but I'm gonna walk with you. I can't do the work for you, but I'm gonna walk with you. I'm gonna walk with you until the work is done. We want fuck shit in our life. We want stimulation. Sex is the hardest place to escape you. You cannot escape yourself by sex. You think it's the great escape. Oh, I just busted a nut. Yeah, ooh. But that nut is momentary. And the fuck shit you was running from is right there the nanosecond after you bust off. That's what the rich man and the poor man have in common. They both can bust a nut. But they both have to return to the reality that is unresolved. You want a real relationship? You better start dating yourself. You better start loving on yourself. You better start approving of yourself. Can wounded reproductive organs give birth to a dysfunctional and spiritually wounded child? You motherfucking right. It does it all day in America because that's how generational curses through epigenetics get healed. I'm about to give you what you refused to work on in you as you, a little version of you. The girl I was with whose mama was her madam. You don't really deal with that shit? You don't really heal that shit? Go on and have a baby. How you gonna feel? Through epigenetics. Hey, KK, keep talking crazy. I'm gonna take you up out of here. You got one more unfunny thing to say. Back to what I was saying. Oftentimes, man, your kids come with the hardest lessons of your life. Your kids come with them. You keep ignoring your motherfucking relationship partners, those mirrors. Your kids are mirrors you can't throw away. Huh? You could throw them away, but it'll wound you something horrible. You can do your kids the way you do your partner. See, we hold our partners in contempt. We can walk away from our partners like, nigga, get the fuck out of here forever. I'm never talking to you again, deuces. You can't really do that to your kid without that wound widening. Me and my homeboy, we was talking. His daughter was abused by her mother. We talked about this. But one thing you can't do is say nothing about that girl mama.
Oh, wow.
That girl love her mama now. You understand? Love her mama beyond life, beyond death, beyond all that shit. You can't say nothing about her mama. See, oftentimes we learn to love the abuser that raised us and wounded us. It's like a type of Stockholm syndrome. How many of you guys got a narcissistic parent? You love them. I don't know if y'all really listening.
Before you end, can I ask you that question?
Go ahead.
Okay. So.
Wait.
Okay.
Let me answer. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
For the person, I just described, a scenario. For the person that doesn't heal, what tends to happen is whatever toxicity or dysfunction you live in you lived in your crib, you tend to become sexually aroused by that trauma in other people. It becomes part of your sexual arousal profile because that motherfucker speaks to something familiar. You motherfuckers get in a relationship and be hot and fast, quick, the shit moving fast. Damn, this feels good, feels right. No, it feels familiar. And you don't know that familiar feeling is toxic. Sarah?
Okay, so I've been on this little hiatus or whatever from, kind of being in a relationship and stuff like that because I really want a relationship.
Hiatus from dick.
Yes, from dick. Because I want to be in like a real meaningful long-term relationship. So, but I realized something about myself is like, I feel like the reason why I had better, I know people are going to say, I don't give a fuck. But anyway, I've had better more fulfilling sexual relationships with females than I have with guys. And I realize it's my control problem. Because with a female, I can just totally dominate. But with a guy, I'm in my head still because, especially if if he's doing something and I feel it could totally be better if I flip him and be in control of the situation. But I battle because I'm trying to be submissive and let him be in control.
So you don't want to be controlled by a man?
I don't have a problem if they know. See, the thing is, they know what they're doing, but for me, it's
you
like
saying they know what they're doing sexually?
They normally do, but at the same time, I always find ways of improvement that I think would make it better. But I feel like just simply even suggesting that or moving to do that would cause them to feel less than a man. So I back off.
Two things. There's two sides to that. One side is if you have a sexually open man that's heterosexual, he's open to learning things, that shouldn't be hard to say, hey, babe, do this, do that, do this, do that. And he should be open to that. Oftentimes, women are teachers in terms of having sex, because typically we come in barreling in, ramrodding, shaft shanking, we come in bang, 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 right? Yep. And typically it's a woman that says, no, nigga, in a circle, not just in a straight line.
Yeah.
Slow down, nigga. Stop ramming me until I tell you to go faster.
Yeah.
Right? So if you have a man who's okay with his manhood and okay with following sexual instructions from a woman, because every woman varies from woman to woman, different women like it differently, right? Yeah. So you gotta listen to some degree, right? The other side of that is, to me, it speaks something much deeper, is fear in you. Because if you relate better with women, because you have, listen, that's what you said, because you have more control.
Yeah, it's control.
Right? Where there is a lack of control, fear usually is there. Because you feel out of control. You feel like you got to submit. You feel like you got to do things that might be uncomfortable for you. And then you have to ask the question, why is this uncomfortable for me? Why can't I submit to a man and give him control?
But
Sarah?
I actually, it's like I stem towards, okay, this is going to be extremely personal. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so.
Fuck it!
Fuck it. Okay, so I kind of steer toward guys that are actually like, how do I say it? They're very, they seem very dominant. Like they'll give you instructions like, drop to your knees, bitch. I'm like, I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, more violent guys.
Well, you got to remember you're Virgo, so.
Yeah, okay. So it's more like violent guys doing sex, but at the same time, they still don't. I still feel like I could teach them something. And I'm just be like, bitch, sit down. Like, just lay there, bitch. Just lay there. Because I don't have no desire to be with a female, like, again, sexually or anything, but I haven't, just dealing with this control and submit thing. It is, I think that's why I have to be commanded to do it. Because if I'm not commanded to do it during sex, I won't. In my mind, I won't.
I think that's a unique quirk with you. There are some women who like, they're a little rough and tumble, a little slap and tickle, a little choking, gagging until they throw up or something. That's some Virgo shit in my experience of Virgo. Let me just say, in my experience of Virgo women are on some hella, like the projection of a Virgo woman is hella calm and cool and serene. And once you get past their defenses, it's another motherfucker. You got to remember, Virgo is a part of the mutable family. And underneath that, you know, that cool veneer is a motherfucking cauldron of passion. That shit is crazy. Virgos they be nasty, and I like, okay. But they opposites be nasty too.
Yeah.
Pisces, you got to make sure everybody, you know, or she's comfortable. If she's not comfortable, she won't open up, she won't vibe, she won't feel. That's the emotional thing, right? You gotta, you know, make sure that the whole environment is right. Motherfucking sea sounds.
Come on, sea sounds.
Some motherfucking whales and orcas in the back.
Oh my God.
You know.
See, and I won't even give a fuck. I won't even like realize the sound. Like, put me on my back, nigga. Let's go. Like,
that's Virgo. Virgo wild with it.
Do you think that's why I haven't been in a long-term relationship? Because I'm fucking controlling?
I think you are a little bit controlling, but I think that control shit is fear.
Yeah.
Remember, control is fear. That's why when you see a controlling motherfucker, they are afraid to allow anybody else to be anything else.
Okay.
Right? Right? That's where it is. Even with say white knighters. A white knight personality will try to control a person that they're helping. Right? A certain type of white knighter will be like, I'm gonna help you just to the point that you don't need my help no more, but I'm not gonna go that far. Right?
Yeah.
Because if I go too far and help you to the point where you get up on your feet, you don't need me no more, then shit, I done built you up and you left. So you got some white knighters that, you know, pull back just before, you know, you don't need them. Right? Then you have some white knighters that'll get you to where you don't need them, but then act like they ain't never met you because you don't need them no more.
Yeah.
You got to know who you're dealing with. And the only way to know who you're dealing with is to know who you are.
Working on it.
Who are you, Sarah, in relationship? Are you a controller?
But I don't want to be.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
What's the payoff? How does being a controller in relationship pay you off? Like how do you feel good about it? There's got to be some type of, you know, opiate narcotic in being controlling. How do you feel when you're controlling the shit out of not a Virgo, but a goddamn lesbian? You got her by the neck, you done flipped her ass around. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel empowered?
No, bitch, you're gonna feel that and it's gonna feel good. I make sure that everybody at the party, you know what I'm saying, leaves with a happy, face, you know? I make sure that wherever you are is where you need to be at that point, and you're gonna like it.
So when you try to do that to a man and he's resistant to that, how does that make you feel?
That's why I try to be in a role. That's why I think I like the whole role play thing with guys, the whole submissive thing. Oh, okay. Oh, you want me to put your dick where? Yeah, you know. Are you gonna choke me now? Okay, you know.
Somebody in the chat room said, well, damn, Sarah.
Oh,
shit. Sarah out here wild.
No, but I want a man. Not a guy told me one time, I won't never give it a man because I won't shut the fuck up. And I told him I want the dude that makes me shut the fuck up.
Wow. Well, the one dude, and I want you to hear this, the one dude who could have made you shut up, who could have established that, you don't have a relationship with him. So maybe the desire to do that to a man is in search of the man who could have made you feel that way. And when I say that way, I mean submit.
Yeah.
And that's daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Dads create boundaries and borders for their daughters. You know? Dads show up, motherfucker, daughter act right if she respects her father. When I say act right, I mean act modest.
Mm-hmm.
You know? She don't just run out with her titties out. Hey, daddy, I got my nipples pierced. What? Daddies tend to exert just by presence alone. You understand what I'm saying? They exert boundaries.
Yeah.
Right? And if you got a good mama involved raising a daughter, you'll see at a certain age, you know, like when you were a toddler, yeah, you could take a bath with your dad. But at a certain age, you can't take a bath with your dad. Right?
Yeah.
At a certain age, baby could walk in while you in the tub. It's a baby. Right? But at a certain age, baby can't walk in while you in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a thing when you got a good mama involved and a good daddy working together, those boundaries are put in place. But when I see a girl who had a daddy and she still don't have no boundaries and the mama was leading the charge, I noticed the boundaries be hella like fuzzy, hella gray. They get to do all types of wild shit. And if nobody says, hey mom, let's go to therapy to figure out how your beliefs bent the space-time, warped the space-time of this family, you know, everybody's going to be mimicking and catering to that toxicity and then going out of that environment and reduplicating it in consequent relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad not being there is something, but I don't know how to get that back. That's why I've been trying to work on myself, get myself together so I can find out whatever this is so I won't bring that into, you know, my next relationship.
You're going to bring everything you haven't discovered about you into your next relationship. And that's what it's for. So what happens is motherfuckers get so motherfucking mad and frustrated that they not getting what they want from the person via their expectations of them, that motherfuckers go on these long hiatuses.
Yeah.
I'm single and I'm okay with it. Me and this motherfucking labradoodle, me and this motherfucking pit chihuahua I got, we together. Right?
Yeah.
Relationship is spiritual therapy. I need you to hear that. I know you motherfuckers. Did y'all hear how that resonate?
Yeah.
Intimate relationships is spiritual therapy. And the only way you can recognize it is if you go in looking for you. But you go in looking for them to conform to you. To conform to all of these barriers called principles. Wait a minute, my mama and daddy was married for 55 years and whoop, we had, and they slept in 2 different beds.
Okay.
That's why that happened. They barely talked to each other. Well, my mother and dad was married for 55 years and they was happy. Yeah, great. How come you not?
Wow.
Oh, don't you have your own journey? So then you take their journey and try to carry it into your shit and say, this is what I'm supposed to have because they had it. No, you got a different journey.
You got your mama vision board.
You forgot you came here for a reason? Over here, motherfucking in an intimate relationship with your ideas about niggas. Not even in a relationship with a real person. Just really loving on your ideals. This would be wonderful if you could do this. If you would just shift and do that. This would be perfect. You know, there's one more thing I need you to change.
Imaginary man.
You know, get your motherfucking comic book relationship script writing ass out of here. It's not how this works. Somebody says Zoe out here hurting feelings. I don't mean to hurt no feelings.
Okay.
I'm serious. I love y'all. This is why I talk to y'all like this. This is why I bare my soul the way I do. And I swear to God, it feel like don't nobody give a fuck.
Can I add one extra thing to my thing, right? Because the thing is that I like the guys that dominate in bed, but the reason why me and my ex-boyfriend were horrible in our relationship is because he couldn't tell me shit outside the bed, though. Don't tell me how to run my money. Don't tell me what I'm doing. I don't need you for that. But I gave him that part to be in control of.
Look at that. That is ego on high. I gave him that part to be in charge of. Ego much?
You got one job. See, I'm
Look at
trying
that.
to help you.
You got one job to be in control. Knock it off. Do you see? Listen, can I tell you, this is what the holographic relationship is. Put that video on right now. Show them this video right now, right now, right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's coming up. And that's writer's pause and boom.
Back in the early 1970s, Stephen Hawking wrote down an astonishing equation. It would include relativity, it would include quantum mechanics, and it would include information. Hawking's rather simple equation brought us a step closer to understanding the relationship of quantum physics and black holes.
When an object crosses over the edge of a black hole, its event horizon, the object enters a realm basically of empty space, of darkness, and it continues to be dragged toward the center of the black hole, toward what we call the singularity, where it gets crushed out of existence. Every object, in some sense, contains information because it contains a very specific arrangement of particles. So where is the information that describes the arrangement of those particles? Where does it go?
Hawking's description of this process was that the energy remains, but the information disappears.
For many years, for decades, people wondered, is Hawking right? Is the information obliterated and disappears from the universe, or is it still there and perhaps can be in some way retrieved?
The destruction of information was counterintuitive, and it didn't match the rest of the things we knew. In all parts of physics, we had a situation where information doesn't get destroyed. So it was a bit puzzling.
This debate furiously went back and forth up through the 80s and into the 90s when people finally began to articulate this new principle, this holographic principle. And what it said is that all the things that were falling inside a black hole were somehow captured in a preserved image at the horizon itself.
So if the information is not lost on the surface, the information is not lost inside because they are equivalent.
All the information about those objects, what they were like in their three-dimensional existence, was preserved or encoded on the surface of the black hole. And that's a little bit like a hologram.
Well, that suggests that maybe that idea may apply more broadly to the universe as a whole. Maybe the three-dimensional objects, us, everything in the world around us, maybe all of the information in these objects is carried, is smeared around a distant two-dimensional surface that surrounds us, and we're just in some sense a holographic projection of that distant data.
The holographic principle tells us something quite astonishing. It says that our ideas of volume, of the real world in a sense, might be a kind of illusion.
The physical world. What happens on the microscopic level also happens on the macroscopic level. We live in the macro world. The event horizon is the edge of a black hole. There's a relationship event horizon. They say information can never be destroyed. Trauma is information. It can never be destroyed. It can only be transformed. When two people come together, it's like two black holes coming together. We cross each other's event horizon. Our information that we've been through, that unreconciled information begins to commingle. Trauma triggers start dating, relating, cohabitating, and bonding. That's what the holographic relationship was about. Sarah's saying, oh, I just want him to be in control in this area, but none others. Holographically speaking, the image is non-local, meaning it's all over the place. It doesn't have a local limited area. I want you to control here, but not here. Well, when you say not here, what you're actually saying is, this is the fear shit that I want to protect, but I'm cool with letting you control here. Holographically speaking, your whole issue is about control. You can have control when it's about me getting off, but you can't be the question that I got the spiritual answer to that would get me away from the desire to be controlling in the first place. Because now I identify with this. This is who I am. What I've been through made me everything that I am. Do you see?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all listening.
I am.
No RPAs, the black hole is not the black woman's vagina. Nobody said that, fam. I said every person is a black hole. Everything you've been through has a gravity, has a type of gravity. Your thoughts have gravity. Your experiences have gravity. And that gravity draws people to you. Oh, you're high. Good. You might want to check out my homeboy Jeff Brown, Giraffe Balls, where highness is welcome. I hope y'all listening.
Someone said I like niggas that might beat on me. I was in an abusive relationship, but it's all my fault because and that was my fault though. It was. I realized that. I try to stay away from those type niggas.
Now watch this. Can you find the video? Maybe you could play it. Can you find the video of, what's the black physicist? He's always talking. Neil deGrasse? Talking to a second grader about black holes. I'm gonna play, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna end this. Because I got one more teaching point here. Sex is a creative thing, right? We live in a creative world, an observer-based world, right? An observer-based world. Whatever the thinker thinks, the prover will prove. However you were molded, however you were conditioned by society and your home, you project that out into your relationships. You go look up attachment theory by Bowlby, right? Right? We carry those relationship models into our adult relationships. Where there is unhealed work, you will manifest that unhealed work through the act of sex. I don't know if y'all, sex is a creative thing. It doesn't just give birth to babies. It gives birth to projects. Look up tantric sex. You and your partner go into the bedroom with the intention of buying a house and really, really manifest and focus and meditate and focus on that. You guys can do that. We have some books that will show you this. Also, Sacred Woman book is a great book for women to heal their wombs. She's got an angry womb book too. that women should actually study. Because there's a lot of ghosts and demons still in that womb from unhealed people and from poor care by the woman. Somebody said sex contains source energy to create worlds. I've been using and knowing this since the VC days and on Baba's ZoWhat Show. True. How to manifest anything you want using sexual energy. This is real. But you also manifest little ghosts and goblins that you don't want. If you're insecure and scared and fearful, if you think you can fuck your man into staying, you're fucking more energy into that relationship that is fear-based, that is anxiety-based. You're going to get more and more worried about him cheating. You're actually going to be a co-creator and a manifester of cheating. That's what this show is about. What you haven't worked on shows up in your life. Now watch this video. You ain't got it yet? She's pulling it up right now. So let me just say this. We got no shrouded lighthouse orders, not one. Can you go to the Shrouded Lighthouse? This book is going to change your life, I promise you. TheShroudedLighthouse.com. Pre-order right now. Can we get 10 pre-orders? It's 300 people in here. That's less than 1%, I think. Can we get 10 pre-orders? No, that's about 3%, maybe. Can we get 10 pre-orders right now? TheShroudedLighthouse.com. Also, we got one Patreon sign up. Can we get some Patreon signups? If you want to find the Patreon link, all you got to do is go to the About page on my YouTube channel. Thank you for the compliment, Tommy Anderson. He said this is the best show in the world. I wish my people would support it like it is. We got 70,000 subscribers.
We got a student over here. You
in here live. I think that's kind of crazy. Do you have the video yet? All right, check this video out and we'll be right back.
We've got a student over here. You,
Yep.
Can someone help him get the mic down to his? There we go.
Will like a black hole be able to suck in another black hole?
Ooh, good question.
It's not past your bedtime or anything? Can I ask what grade you're in? And tell me your name, too.
Second, and my name is Clayton.
Oh, your name is?
Clayton.
Clayton. Hi, Clayton. You're in second grade, and you're thinking about colliding black holes? You belong in, like, 12th grade, okay? Go tell your teacher I said, put you in 12th grade, okay? So, it turns out, while I was in college, there was a graduate student at my college, at my university, whose PhD thesis, this is what you do to get to become a doctor, not a medical doctor, but a professional research doctor in astrophysics. His PhD thesis was on the subject of colliding black holes. And what makes it an extraordinary problem to solve is that the distortion of the fabric of space and time around one black hole also exists for the other black hole. So you have black holes entering each other's event horizons. So I opened up that thesis. I didn't understand a single page in it. It's an extraordinary disturbance in the fabric of space and time. And it turns out, while I cannot reproduce the calculation, it's a level way beyond what I was doing at the time, and even what I'm doing today. But I can tell you that there are people who have recognized what severely distorted space does, what the effect, the severely distorted fabric of space and time. They've studied what effect that has on the passage of time. And it turns out there is a path you can take around two moving black holes that haven't quite collided yet, where you can end up in the past of when you started that journey. So it's backwards time travel, according to calculations from Einstein's general relativity, is enabled by the severely distorted fabric of space and time, such as what you would get with black holes that came in their own proximity. And so beyond that, you really want to sort of watch that from a distance. And so you say what happens, they will eat each other, and they'll make a black hole that's twice as large as the one they started with. But it'd be quite a ride for any material that's swirling in its vicinity. So excellent question. Thanks for that. Mm-hmm.
So, physics, astrophysics, macro, micro, you're a part of those systems. Metaphorically speaking, if you and your woman are a black hole, two black holes, and y'all are attracted to each other by each other's gravity, the gravity of each other's experience, the gravity of each other's knowledge, the gravity of each other's hurt, the gravity of each other's unhealed wounds. What did he says happens? There is a path you can take before those two black holes collide that will take you back to the past. Is that not what you're doing in your relationships? I'm going to drop out and not finish this course because he didn't live up to my expectation. She didn't live up to my expectation. You're going to get another black hole and you're going to repeat the past. Because that information is always with you. You must transmute it. This is what the Kabbalion is about. This is what alchemy is about. There needs to be a self-alchemy, but that comes through self-acknowledgement of darkness. Two black holes, before they collide, a pathway is created between them that if you were able to go through that pathway, you would return to the past from when you came. That's relationship. Two people as black holes. The black hole of their experience. You have an event, a relationship event horizon that contains all the information of everything you've ever been in, of everything you've ever been through. Y'all cross that threshold, it's the point of no return. I knew I shouldn't have fucked with him. All right, I guess I haven't talked enough. Y'all motherfuckers ain't listening and could give a fuck less. I'm gonna go see my granddaughter. That motherfucker love me. Now that one there,
I'm a baby.
That little boo bear love her some papa. That one there love me, man. I guess that's why her and my daughter, they mean so much to me. Because I think those are places that I can extrapolate unconditional love from. And maybe I'm pulling unconditional love from my daughter and my granddaughter so much because maybe my mama didn't love me unconditionally. And I had to forgive her for that, and I had to forgive me for expecting that she should. I had to understand that she did the best she could. So maybe that's one of my secret desires, is to be unconditionally loved by someone. And maybe that's because I haven't done a good job enough of unconditionally loving myself. Do you see how all of this comes together? Do you see it? Can I show you how to do it? Would you try to employ this in your life? Or are you going to waste my time every Thursday? I hope not. Wednesdays, Voice of Reason may be coming back to Dash Radio. We're going to be opening up the phone lines on Wednesdays. VOR Radio might be coming back. They keep reaching out to me, asking me to bring back the channel. If they do, I got a lineup for y'all ass. That's gonna be crazy. But I think I'm gonna stay here with the mansions and Zolo mansions and ZoWhat Show and stuff like that. But I love y'all. Can everybody go sign up to the Patreon page? Can we get at least 50 people to sign up to the Patreon page today? Can we get at least 50 pre-orders for the Shrouded Lighthouse? Let's go do it. Support every business I put in front of y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. I hope you enjoyed the information. The next time we'll talk about the physical side of sex and that energy cross-mixing and all of that. So, Sarah, put up your Cash App. Everybody should Cash App Sarah $3. $3, man.
Last $3.
Man, y'all would make her day, man. This would mean something very, very significant to Sarah. Can y'all show her some love? She comes, she works, she does this stuff. Please support, 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 support. All right? Much love to everybody for tuning in, chiming in. I appreciate y'all. We out. Deuces.